And now from our studios in downtown Winnipeg, it's time for 107 Live.
All this week, we here at Classic 107 have been welcoming band students to perform in our Classic 107 studios as a way of celebrating the Classic 107 Band Festival, which is wrapping up today at the RBC Convention Centre. Joining me here in the Classic 107 studios are students from HC Avery School and their band director, DJ Oaks Monroe. First of all, I want to welcome you all here to our Classic 107 studios. I thought maybe we'd get some playing done first, and then we'll chat. So, first of all, we have a alto saxophone and flute duet made up of Ari and Aram. Ari and Aram, sorry. I'll let you go to it. Oh, that was just great. Bravo. Yeah, terrific. Ari and Aram, I'm going to get you to come on over to the mic and maybe introduce yourselves. Tell us what grade you're in and how many years you've been playing your instruments.
We're in grade 7 and I've been playing for 1 year and
I've been playing for 2 years.
Right. Okay, this is great. So I'm going to ask the question, what's the best thing about being in band?
The best thing for me is that you can learn a lot of different music.
well, you get to learn so many new things and you get to meet new people, especially when you're in different grades. And you just learn different genres of music, and we have such a great band teacher. She's so awesome.
Oh, that's great. And I understand you took part in the Classic 107 Band Festival this week. When did you perform?
We played
how many days ago?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And how did it go?
It went good.
Good. That's great. What's the most challenging thing about playing your instruments? Maybe we'll start with Aram first.
Like sometimes I get nervous and my instrument squeaks.
Yeah, the glory of the reed. Yeah. What about you, Ari?
Getting the right pitch sometimes and the fingering, especially when it's fast.
Oh, wow. That's just great. It sounds amazing. The duet sounds really, really great. Okay, next up, we're going to have a clarinet solo, and it's Chai who's going to partake and perform. And maybe, Chai, before you play, maybe can you tell us what you're going to play? Chai, do you want to tell us what you're going to play first?
I'm playing Crystal City Overture.
Okay.
Wherever you right up on that microphone.
I'll let you go to it. was great, Chai. That was really, really great. I'm going to get you to come on over to the mic, and then we'll do some talky talk. Bring the mic right up to you. Yeah, it sounded great. Okay, Chai. So my first question is, what made you choose the clarinet? In 25 words or less.
Well, everyone said it was easy.
Is it easy?
No.
Okay, so what's
Only the finger.
what's the most challenging thing about playing clarinet?
The blowing.
Okay, yeah, moving the air, right? Are you like Aram, where you're having problems with reeds and all that kind of thing as well, or is that pretty good?
I think it's just the feeling of playing.
Okay, all right. So I guess you sound great. How much you must practice a lot? How much do you love practicing?
Barely.
Okay, no, so you hardly practice?
Yeah.
Wow, and you still sound so great. That's wonderful. So you performed at the band festival this week. How was it for you? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
Well, with the whole band, I didn't feel really nervous.
Oh, that's really great. And you thought it went well? Oh, that's great. That's perfect. Yeah, you sound great. It's bravo. It's a great job. And I guess the next person we'll get up to the mic is Clark, our solo flute player. And Clark, maybe before you start, maybe you can tell us what you're going to play.
I'm gonna play Serenade
Okay. By?
by
Haydn.
Haydn.
Okay. I'll let you go to it. As their band director takes a seat at the piano. Wow. Really, really nice. Yeah, just great. If I'll get you to step on up to the mic. Yeah, that was wonderful, Clark. All right. So I guess my first question is, how many years have you been playing flute?
I've been playing the flute for 3 years.
Okay. And what made you choose the flute as an instrument?
I choose the flute because it was like it sounded really beautiful
All
when I
right.
first heard the flute, and I thought like I can make that I can make different musics with it, make my own songs.
Oh, that's great. Do you do any of that? Do you like ever listen to music and then try to play it on your flute?
Yeah, sometimes.
That's great. So what is the best thing you've learned about being in band? What's for you? Why do you enjoy it so much?
The best thing I learned in band was to just like play your music and all that. And like I learned a lot of things in band. Like I learned from Miss Oaks Monroe how to play a flute. Before I was struggling a lot, but then she helped me get better.
Oh, that's great. That's really, really great. So, how many ensembles do you play in school? Is it how many bands are you in? It's at HC Avery.
I'm only like
Just two, I guess.
Yeah.
Grade 8 band and jazz band.
yeah, just grade 8 band, jazz band.
So you're in jazz band. So, what are you playing in jazz band?
We're playing Billie Eilish. Not Billie Eilish. we're playing Billie Jean. We're playing Blue Monk. We're
Nice.
playing TMI. And what was the other one?
Well, we have
A
it was a very
Wonderful
good
World.
year. And What a Wonderful World.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you playing flute in jazz band, or are you
Yeah,
playing?
I'm playing flute, but I asked like if I can like try the saxophone, but then they ran out.
Oh, right. Yeah, because I mean, it's a natural. The instruments switch over. A lot of the fingerings are the same. Well, Clark, that was just great. It was really wonderful. DJ, I'm going to get you to come on up to the mic, and then you and I'll have a chat. So this is DJ Oaks Monroe for our listeners. She's the band director at HC Avery. So my first question is, how many years have you been taking kids to the band festival?
Oh gosh. Well, I started doing that when I was teaching in Swan River, which would be, I think I started teaching in Swan River 30 years ago. So at that time, it was an overnight trip for us to come down.
Right.
And we'd bring both our concert bands and jazz bands
And
back then.
That's a big project. I was talking to my friend Daryl Ferguson, who was in earlier today, and we were talking about just booking, buses and hotels.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only the music; it's also the logistics of getting people down from a place like Swan Lake. So that's remarkable. Mm-hmm. What's the most rewarding thing about taking your students to the Classic 107 Band Festival?
I think that the really rewarding part for me comes afterwards when we are reflecting on our performances. We have a chance to talk about what went well and what we can improve on. The adjudicators, when we go there, one adjudicator works with the band on the spot, and we had 2 terrific adjudicators, one for the grade 7s and one for the grade 8s this year. But then we also get recordings of ourselves just playing, and we get recordings with 2 other adjudicators. So these are respected educators from across North America who listen to us and comment on our performance as we play. Right. And so the students get this immediate feedback as they listen to their performance about what they did well and things that maybe didn't go quite the way we wanted to, or places where we can improve our music making.
Right. But as a band director, there's also sort of a professional development aspect of it too, right? You're hearing from the adjudicators what they want to hear, but is it ever rewarding to hear an adjudicator say the exact same thing that you've been saying to your kids in rehearsal?
I've had that conversation with a few of my colleagues about whether it's nicer to hear them say, you need to make a wider dynamic contrast through this section of the piece, and you've said it a million times, or whether it's more rewarding to have them say something that you didn't even realize was going on.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be affirming to hear an adjudicator sort of talking to the band about the same things that you've been talking about with them in rehearsal, right?
Yes, and when that happens, I'll see their eyes kind of turn from the adjudicator to me, and I smile at them, and they know, yeah, okay, I guess you really did mean that, Mrs. Oakes Monroe.
Do you ever get your band students to watch other bands?
Yes, actually, we did that. Both groups yesterday and today did that.
And do you talk about about those performances with your kids at your own school, about what they liked about the performances and what they didn't? Or
Yeah, not to the same degree of detail that we do, but we definitely listen to them, and they will often say, "Wow, that was really amazing." If it's a piece that they've played before, and they'll say, "Well, they did this differently," or "Can we play that next year?" Or, there was a group we listened to yesterday where there wasn't a tuba. And so some of my tuba players were reflecting that, yeah, wow, it makes a difference when we don't have a tuba.
Yeah. And sometimes I think with students, they can feel motivated. I mean, if they see a performance that they think is really great, and they can sort of hopefully rise to the occasion. It's just great. It just sounds like it's been a great festival this week. DJ, thanks so much for bringing these superstars to our Classic 107 studios and chatting with us today. It's just been really, really great.
Thank you guys both for this and for just all the support you're giving to instrumental music in Manitoba. We are so grateful that you're supporting us in all the ways that you do. And I'd also like to thank my teaching partner, Mr. Grenier, who hasn't been able to come down here with us yet. But hopefully if we have some students that are ready to play for Level 1 Festival, he'll get to come and share his side of the story. Tell you what I'm really like.
Oh, thank you. The Classic 107 Band Festival wraps up today at the RBC Convention Centre. Judging by band directors that passed through our Classic 107 studios, it sounds like it has just been a terrific festival with some very fine music making done throughout the week. It's just been great.
From our studios in downtown Winnipeg, you've been listening to 107 Live, Classic 107's intimate concert series, the soundtrack for your life.